What's up, everybody? My name is Matthew Gaddy, and I'm a true productivity coach, which means I teach busy and overwhelmed business professionals how to manage their action, their attention, and their energy to get the right things done. It is How To Friday, and today's how to is less of a how to and more of a how. And it's about how communication and productivity can be used together to get exponential results. Communication and productivity are two big cornerstones in your work life, and as you're going to work, as you're interacting with your coworkers, as you are producing projects and working on different tasks. Communication and productivity are two integral fundamental parts of this, and if you're able to connect those together and work them out, you'll begin to see exponential type results in your business, in your projects, and your results that you're getting. And we're going to talk about how you can connect them and why that's important. So there's two separate ways that you can apply communication and productivity in the workplace. One is to your actual projects, so non people things, and then you have your coworkers that you have. We're going to talk about the project portion of it as first. So communication and productivity, you need to be able to communicate effectively and clearly what the goals of whatever that project is. Oftentimes we don't know what we want, and some projects are more research based. We're saying, hey, we don't know, we're not looking for a specific outcome. We're just looking to explore in this general direction. But you need to be able to say, hey, the reason we're giving you this project is to find out XYZ. And if you're able to communicate that, you're not wasting time on aspects of that project that are not beneficial and will not lead you toward your goal. So if you're able to know that you need to go left instead of right, you can ignore right all the way together and just go left because you know what direction you need to go in. Also, you need to be able to communicate your initial conditions to your team members, or knowing what it is before the project starts. Initial conditions is basically, what do we have now? What resources do we have now? What's the status of what we're doing now? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it getting better? Is it getting worse? What's going on right now? You have to have your starting point and your end point. And once you're able to find out your starting point and what your end point is, the productivity is more streamlined because there's less different branches that it can take. Because you know, one, where I'm starting from, so you know A, and you know where you want to go, which is B. If you've ever done this in Google Maps, when you put in Google Maps, it asks you where are you starting and where's your destination, and it gives you one line that's blue. There's other options, but it gives you one blue line. Now imagine if you put it into Google Maps and it gave you like a spider web where there's like 4 different ways, or if you want to go this way, it's this way, and if you want to go this way, it's this way, but all these paths will get you there, but it's up to you to decide which would you feel more comfortable with. We need to be led on a path that is productive. We need to be led on a path that will help us get to our destination. And a way that we can do that in an effective and a productive manner is to be able to communicate with people what we want from them. I went kind of long on that one, so I'll make this one a little bit shorter. The second area where you can use productivity is in coworkers. And the questions that your coworkers want answered are, what do you want from me? And is this good enough? What do you want from me is kind of like figuring out your initial conditions. Kind of same principle that we're talking about. You want to let people know, what do I want from you? Because if you tell someone to go do something, what does that mean? If you say, I need a car, do you want me to steal a car? Do you want me to buy a car? Do you want my car? Do we need a truck? What do you need to do? I need to know what you want so I can be able to serve you most effectively, and we don't have to go back and forth. The second one is this good enough? A lot of people don't like feedback. I love feedback. Everyone talks to me at my job saying we didn't want to rip into it. I say, yes, please rip into it, because you don't know if it's good. You don't know if it's going to serve the purpose for what you've created unless you get feedback. You need to let people know with love how they are doing, and you need to make sure that you're asking for feedback. When you're able to streamline things and say, hey, they like this served them, but they didn't like this, imagine you're cutting work off your plate and you are targeting that 20% that will give you the 80% of results. You could put together a 67 slide presentation. You ask for feedback and they say, hey, slides, 35 through the end, we don't care about, we don't need. The first 30 whatever slides are great. Those are fantastic. Look at those slides that they said were great, figure out what was great about them, figure out how can you serve them better, and make it even smaller. Make a 15 slide presentation based upon those 37 that they liked, condense that information down get people in, get them informed, keep them entertained. You did a great job. You did less work too. So you always want to make sure that you're asking for feedback, because that will help you streamline in the future, and you know what's expected of you, and you know what is beneficial to the person that you are serving. And that's pretty much all that I had for this how to Friday, how communication and productivity go hand in hand. Please use these at your job. Make sure that the communication ball is not being dropped by you. The productivity ball is not being dropped by you, because there are solutions. There are ways that you can address this. And just be aware and cognizant that not everybody looks at these, nobody watches these, not everybody does these things, even if they do watch them. So be patient with your coworkers. Make sure that you're asking those questions if they're not giving you this information, and always make sure that you're giving and getting good feedback on whatever project that you have. That's all I have for this today. You guys have a great Friday, have a safe Friday, and I will see you all on Monday. Bye.